We all know that in our houses we don't have just one plug point. We have many plug points and many devices. You might have noticed that for each plug point there are 3 wires coming in. 2 wires come directly from the mains and one is the live wire, another one is called neutral wire. The third wire is a safety wire which is called the ground or earth wire. This wire carries any current that leaks off from the device due to any fault. This wire ensures that we don't get any shock and ideally it is not supposed to carry any current. Thus, all these plugs will have many connecting wires coming out of them. And somehow all these must be connected together in some kind of circuit. So, have you ever wondered how we connect our devices to these plugs and they get switched on? What kind of connection do you think we have in our houses? Well, to find this out, let's perform a simple activity. Let's take a few plugs like these. Now you can see that there are 2 ways in which we can connect these plugs in a circuit. Let's connect them end to end so as to form a series. Thus, this is known as a series connection. But can you see one immediate problem over here? Look at that. Let's say when 2 plugs are connected in a series and if you were to close one of the switches, no current will flow over here as well. Why? Because this switch is open. See, this is just a single wire. If you want the current to flow in this wire, then both the switches need to be closed. That means you need to switch on both these plug points in order for the current to flow. So either both will run or none of them will run. That's how the series works. That's very inconvenient, right? This series arrangement can be viewed simply like this. So here, if one of the bulb is fused, the other one won't glow. We definitely don't want our devices to work this way, do we? We want them to work independently. Only then the circuit arrangement would make sense. And so, the series connection is completely out of the option. We cannot have any devices coming in series. Now let's try connecting these plugs in a different circuit arrangement so as to make them independent of each other. So, we connect plug points like this, parallel across each other so that each of the plug points are connected across the same point of the live wire and then neutral wire. Now look here, if we close this switch, the current will run through that. This is because this is one independent circuit and is independent of these plug points and those switches. Thus, we can conclude that the electric circuits in our houses are parallel. So this now means every single plug point in our house and all the fans and all the devices get exactly the same voltage, about 220 volt. But because of voltage fluctuation, we don't always get 220 volt. Mostly we end up getting low voltages. It can sometimes be high as well. You might have noticed sometimes that in case of low voltages, your lights will glow little less. Your fans will rotate little slower. That's all that. Do you think that every single device requires 220 volt? What about our phone charging? Do they really need 220 volt? Think about it.